Hello, welcome to the Cara Buller Show. I am your host, Cara Buller. We have a very special episode of our show today. This is our confidence episode where I tell you guys how to get some confidence if you don't have confidence. If you're shy, if you stutter, if you stammer, if you stop speaking in the middle of a sentence, like I sometimes do, I'll just completely lose all faith in everything and decide to stop speaking. What I'm saying is you're in good hands. If you feel like you have very low self-esteem and no confidence, you are speaking to a brother, or I am speaking to a sister. We're connecting. Okay, we're connecting. If you came from a home where self-esteem was not allowed, I was raised by a Mennonite, and it is a cardinal sin in a Mennonite house to have any sort of positive self-regard or any morsel of esteem. You are a piece of shit created by God. I don't know how any of this makes sense in that religion, and I don't. Something tells me, Cara, that's not real Mennonite. Something went off the tracks. Something went off the tracks with my ancestors. They misheard on a Sunday morning what it means to be humble, and now me and my brother and sister, we're paying the price. And that's okay because we're all hilarious. So we came from a self-esteem free household where we were not allowed to have self-esteem. And then we were sent out into the world to survive. And boy, has it been an adventure. So I've learned some things about developing self-confidence and self-esteem. And a lot of this stuff is really elaborate and complex and takes like 10 years and 20 years, or it'll be a lifetime journey probably for me to positive, healthy self-regard. But what I'm going to share with you guys are things that can be done in like 5 minutes. Like, this is if you have a job interview, if you are giving a speech, a best man speech, if you're doing a stand-up comedy debut, whatever, where you're getting in front of others, or you're putting yourself out there, you're being vulnerable, talking to a boss about money, you're talking to your partner about moving in, whatever, something that's very very scary for you. These are things that you can do that just take 5 minutes. And I just got like really emotional right there. Did you guys catch that? That like I just had like a real open heart for everybody who has to do like really difficult things in life. And I've certainly had to do really difficult things and have difficult conversations where it's super scary. Okay, so some of us have trust issues because of a number of different reasons. We don't know if human beings will be kind to us. And you're not alone. You're not alone if you don't know if somebody's not going to throw a plate of spaghetti at your head. Let's say if you got a B minus. You don't know. We don't know sometimes. We don't know what's gonna happen. And it's scary. Okay, so these are things that you can do to lower your cortisol, to calm you down, to get you connected to yourself, to get you connected to other human beings, to get you connected to God, to get you connected to the ground. It's good to be connected to the ground, right? Have you heard of that imagining a grounding cord? Imagine a cord coming out of your spine, growing into the ground. It's a little weird and gross, but very soothing, the grounding cord. People also, there's a big time comedian who talks about imagining that you're a tree. You guys, so my favorite tip for I'm doing a power move right now. This is not a confidence tip, by the way. I don't know what this is. There are power hand moves, right? Like Clinton, like this is supposed to be a power move. I don't, like Gore did it. I don't know. Anyway, this isn't about hand, but maybe that's worth Googling. A power hand pose. Okay, so my favorite thing is, my number one tip is power posing, which is where you, comes from an Amy Cuddy TED Talk, so you can Google this, and you put your hands in a V formation, in the V victory formation. You get your head up. I think I get my head up, and you hold this for 2 minutes, And in that time, what you're doing is you're raising your testosterone, which is good in this case, and lowering your cortisol, which is your stress hormone. And it gets your biochemistry ready for performance, for delivery, for violence. No, for commitment, for whatever it is. It just gets you very confident, ready for action, ready for connection, actually. Okay, so that's really good. I've also done it where I say things, I say affirmations while doing the V thing. Like, I am a powerful, amazing comedian. I give hilarious jokes to the world. I bravely put my truth out there and connect with my fellow human beings and fucking hit it out of the goddamn park. I mean, you can embellish. You know, this is the time to get real, you know, just really go there. You know, you can even expand it and be like, I perform in front of 5,000 people every night and kill it and receive love and accolades and give love and accolades. You know, you could like really ham it up, really get big. It's about getting big. It's a lot of positive imagery is can go along with your power posing. I find it very, very effective. All right, so also there's the modified power pose, which I'll do before a show starts when I'm talking to friends or I'm hanging out at a bar show or whatever, or backstage. I'll just do this, hands on hips. It's a little bit more socially acceptable. And sometimes I'll just do one hand. If you guys see me at a show, you know what's up. I can never put my arms anywhere again without somebody making fun of me. Probably that's my fear. That's the fear talking. Anyway, we got to be pros, right? And when you're pros, you got to do some weird shit. I was walking down the street talking to myself the other night, running my lines. Got to do it, folks. Got to do it. Hit it out of the park that night. All right, so you get the hand on the hip. And that also lowers the cortisol and gets you ready. There was something else I wanted to say about power posing. Palms up. This is something that I've heard, that palms up is a very open way to be. It does something to your neurochemistry. And being closed off, this sends a message to your neurochemistry that the world is not a safe place, that people are against you and you need to curl up. This is not a power pose. This is dangerous. Hunching over is also dangerous. It increases your cortisol. And this used to be how I went through life. Don't hurt me. Everybody's gonna hurt me. Everybody's always hurt me. And you're gonna do it again. And, and then of course that sets you up to like, for people to like make fun of you and hurt you. Oh, it's so sad. All right. So palms up. And, I also do this like, when I'm sitting in a business meeting or something, or talking with friends, and like friends will run their jokes by me and I'll be like, in my head, I'm like, that's not a funny joke, or like, I don't get it. Like, why are, and I don't want to be bitchy. And like, so I just sit so that I'm able to like feel my feelings, and I keep my palms up, and I'm a much more receptive and supportive person. It's calming me down. And because a lot of us, we're critical of others, we're critical of things like that. That's a defense mechanism from childhood, right? There, that we learn a lot of times is to diminish, to be negative. I was a straight A student. I was exceedingly obsessed with prestige and performance, and it was unacceptable for me to make mistakes. But that's not how you learn. Okay, so open palms. The second tool that I love for performance, for high quality performance, is prayer. And a lot of performers, Beyonce, Madonna, Backstreet Boys, star athletes, prayer, pre-show prayer is absolutely essential. It calms us down. I do pre-show prayers, and it calms me down. It gets me connected. It gets the performance onto the spiritual realm. I think all good art comes from the spiritual realm and is consumed in the spiritual realm. I don't I guess it's happening on planet Earth, but that to me artwork it is all spiritual. And it's much better if it's higher quality if it's spiritual, and if it's bookended, with spirituality at the beginning and then at the end.